Okay, so welcome to the 5th session of the Artful Way Planner Group, which this group has been about setting goals and intentions from month 1. We started 5 months ago. So thank you to everyone who has been here every time and some new people who have come along the way and some people who have been able to join in the interim. And as part of that progression, as my group, Lisa Kindle, this group is part of the Color Affirmation Method. And over the duration of these months, it has now grown into what is now a working title of The Masterpiece Within. The book that will be released will be called The Color Within. And one is a six-unit program, which is what you're part of that beta group. And I'm looking forward to all the feedback you can give me about your experience after next month. Yeah, so it's been exciting. I've gotten a lot done. One of my first goals was getting my website up, and I did that prior to that 3-month deadline. So, but we'll be talking about all that a lot more next month. I may or may not be in Arizona, or maybe in Arizona, but it doesn't really matter because we do it online. But a little bit about that. With the new title, The Masterpiece Within, what I've done is I have updated session 6 to include another art activity, because that's what I'm really working on, is making more creative sessions. And so you're going to need art materials next month as well. And we're going to be doing a self-portrait that is titled, I Am a Masterpiece. So that's just a little sneak peek. Be prepared for that. I'm working on mine so that I can send it out to you. So today is session 5, month 5, and it's called Express Yourself. And I don't know, did everybody print it out or you have it in front of you to reference with the circles? Okay, so we'll get some coloring utensils or markers, anything with color, or just a pen. And you can see beside each of these circles, there are some little prompts. So I want us to take about 3 to 5 minutes, and let's just spend a little time. You can color, you can write, you can do whatever you want in this just as a warm-up. So I'm going to set my little rainbow timer right here to 3 minutes, and let's just have a little reflection time to get started. And after that, we'll draw an affirmation because I did 3. So start with that, page 1.
Lisa, which page was it?
It's page 1. It says express yourself. It was an update I made.
Oh, okay.
Last minute, it went out yesterday. Yeah. So there's circles, and the first question is, if somebody's watching this online, they may not have it, right? How is your life path color or your chosen color that we chose in session 1? We had some people asking about that. So session 1 of this program, that color you picked, whether it was your life path color or a different color, like I picked yellow, which is not my life path, for my color along this journey. And how's that showing up every day? So you can choose to, maybe you want to color it with that color, but maybe you make some notes about how you're seeing it. Is it showing up a little bit more? Where does it show up? Second question, what is asking to be seen within you? So what's been popping up over the days that maybe wasn't before? Another question is, in what ways are you learning to trust yourself or be more true to yourself over this time frame we've been working? The last question is, what actions have you taken and are proud of over the last 5 months? Okay, we'll just reflect now. Do you hear the timer? Okay, give you a couple more seconds to wrap up. Okay. All right. Did anybody have anything that surprised you as you were filling in the colors or writing notes on your paper? Anything that came up that you didn't expect to come up? Maybe was there maybe some clarity or anything surprising? Anybody have something they want to share?
Not really surprised, but I'm really proud of myself.
Yeah.
And I feel like I drew a hummingbird because they travel so far to migrate. And I
Mhm.
feel like I've migrated very, very far in the last few months. And it's been very good and wonderful. And I'm in a really beautiful place right now.
That's
So,
great. A little interesting tidbit is where I live is actually considered the hummingbird capital of the world, or
oh, that's cool.
States. Yeah, we have over 30 species of hummingbirds. So just a little interesting thing. We've actually seen probably at least 3 different species I've never seen before, because where I come from in Minnesota, we really only have one. So
Oh,
it's kind of a cool bird. Yeah. So that might be something you could do a little bit more research in. It's pretty interesting. Anyone else? That's great. I think that proud section is good to remember how many things we've actually done. I think we don't give ourselves enough credit a lot of times, like how many things and how far we've kind of come even in a month, right? What would you say is the biggest thing that you've done that really stood out in the last few months?
I've done a lot of really healing work uh, around my childhood, and it's been really nice.
Good.
So I feel safer and calmer and more peaceful and better.
That's great. That's a lot of hard work. It takes a toll on your energy, I think, too. And once you can let that go, it opens you up to do the things I've seen you doing, right? The quilt conference and the new creations. That comes when you're not enmeshed in that stress of old things, and it's not so easy to let those go. So congratulations on doing that. It's a big step. We take ownership of what we want in our life. One message that's come up a lot for me in the last even just few days is recognizing, in not a selfish way, is like, it's my time now. It's my turn to embrace what it is I'm called to do. And I think it's a good message for all of us to work on getting to that point where we don't feel selfish about taking care of ourselves. How about you, Becky? Anything? You always say it's like, what wins are we celebrating, right? That's kind of your verbiage. So do you have one you want to share?
Yeah, so my color is gold and yellow, the combination of gold and yellow for the year. And it's interesting. Today's day 21 of a 21-day sugar and processed food detox. So it's the last day of the detox. So lemons have been a big thing in my life for the last 21 days. I wake up and do a organic fresh squeezed lemon water to kick off my detox every morning. There you go. So that came to mind right away because I see the yellow every morning, that I've been focusing on that. And that is ties into my affirmation as well, because my word is rooted, and I'm rooted in my body, guided by my faith, and led with golden clarity. So focusing on my body and just receiving more clarity from what my body needs has been a big anthem for me recently. And then another thing that was just kind of fun that came up in the reflection was my daughter's favorite color is yellow. And it was just so apparent over the last like 2 months, I'll say. Like, I've known that yellow is her favorite, but we went shopping and literally she would only put yellow things in the cart. It was just like
That's
all
fun.
yellow,
Yeah.
all yellow.
Yeah.
So that was definitely an awareness. And in April, I got my wedding ring, my engagement ring back from being repaired, and it's yellow gold. So that was another thing that came up, just like getting focused back on like that yellow gold. Yeah, so that was just kind of fun to see that in the reflection.
Cool. And those are important things. And always any shade of yellow. So that's good. You got from the gold to the yellows to all kinds of yellows. How about you, Raditya?
Well, interesting enough, because I went with orange, even though pink is my chosen color,
But orange is your life path.
but orange is my life path. So I just colored orange first and then pink. So I did just colors first per question. I think for me was more of like confirmation, affirmation from all the things I've done. And in the center, like what I looked at the circles is like, how do each one overlap? Like I wrote a word for each overlapping question, and then a center one for all.
Go ahead, share it. Let's hear
it. And so I had, for the first question, how is your life path color showing up? I picked orange, and it kind of was more of like grounding, which also connected to what ways are you learning to trust yourself, be true to yourself. And so that was green. And so that together is like the grounding piece, like the trust and the color. And then the trust and the actions that I've been taking have, like, it's blue is for the actions that I'm taking and green for the learning, or rather to trust myself. And that together is like accountability. And what came through with the actions, which came up pretty much I think in the second month, maybe, about family, community, just being the center of everything for me. That obviously is part of the accountability, because that's where I can see if I fall out of integrity or not. And it connected to the last I went in a circle. So the last question for me was, what is asking to be seen within me? And so that these two together is really just together is like that, what comes as one, because I can't see within myself if I'm not whole, right? And so that, and then asking to be seen within myself is just trust myself. And so it's kind of like correlated with the other side again, which is diagonally to each other, but how the trust of the how I want to be seen plus the path color is like ease. So there's like this ease happening with orange and pink, which happens, I didn't even think about it in that way, but like that's how funny that these two colors just bring ease to me. And then all together in the center for me was just that sense of freedom. And that is really about, like, when I think about expressing myself and the masterpiece within, that is what my number one goal is, not just for myself, but whatever I create, that there is this sense of freedom within. That was a little long-winded, but yes, that's the whole 4 corners coming together.
Love it.
Those, I don't know, how long was it? 2 minutes?
Yeah, I was timing it down. I think that's interesting because I think I last minute changed this, and I'm glad that I did, because I think it really takes us out of wherever we were at before we sat down here. And I don't know, it seems like for all of us, it brought up some things we probably weren't thinking we were going to think about during this session. And I like how you brought it together. And as you were talking about it, I was kind of, I had these colors and then bringing it in the middle where you said freedom within. My mantra is more, mine has been peace within, color within, the masterpiece within. It's finding that core purpose for your life, and it's rooted down here. And I think that's really, I think everybody can kind of come up with whatever that central mantra is for your life. It's like the heartbeat of why you do the work you do. So Becky's good at this. So like, what would you say? I'm putting you on the hot seat. If you guys say, what is that core value that you'd write in the middle of the circle? What would it be? You kind of alluded to it. Raditya is saying freedom within. I'm saying peace within. These are not new concepts from either one of us. What would you say when you're working with women, especially because I know that's your work? What is that core thing that you really is your why? It's kind of your why. Like, what's your passion?
Mm-hmm. Well, everything for me is about growing with love. So self-love, loving my body, loving, my mind. And that's really the work that I do with my clients, is helping them grow with love, like giving that support to them. So being rooted in my body, my faith, and clarity. I think all of that goes about love.
Maybe something like rooted in love would be a nice thing to say. And you could definitely create some kind of image in that collage, whatever. How about you, Charlotte? I don't think you're a coach. The rest of us are kind of more in that space, but at the same time for individuals, which is part of this work, is it's meant for everyone. And so as an individual, what would you say, because you've been working a lot on your healing, what is your core passion right now, your focus? It'd be more about your focus in your life.
To me, like, we're all teacups, and whatever you put in the teapot comes out to everybody else. So I'm trying to put in the nicest things possible to myself, so it comes out for other people. I kind of call it being a lighthouse, even though that's a different analogy, but
okay.
Like just filling up your battery or whatever so you can shine for other people and like help other people by just being kind and yourself. So yeah, that's like, so basically my card was healing in green. So filling up myself with healing and kindness. So whenever anything else is going on, that's what comes out.
Yeah. So what I'm feeling with this exercise, it's always evolving. This work is evolving for me. And so to me, we're coming up with this focus word that we can bring forward in our lives. And I think what I'm hearing from you is fill my cup with kindness. I just created a piece of art. I'll share it with you after the session. I'll just send it to you. But I've got a couple things with cups because that really resonates with me. I love that analogy. I've got a whole page of cups that I drew. And that's a really fun exercise, is what do you fill your cup with? I talk about it actually quite a bit. So, think of a short mantra that you can use to keep yourself, because my husband was saying, he was challenging me to stay focused. I have a hard time with that. So focus is really important. Raditya is laughing. To have a focus word that you can come back to. That's a lot what the color affirmations we created for us are. Like Becky's talking about, she made hers. We made those in session 1. That's a way to bring us back to focus. So maybe it's kindness to self. Be kind.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something more like that. So really that would be what I would challenge you to come up with, is something really focused that's easy to remember, that you can say to yourself in a moment where you're like, okay, that wasn't my best moment.
Cup of kindness.
Cup of kindness. That's great. I am a cup of kindness.
Cup of kindness. Yes.
So there you go. Maybe there's an image you can make. I know that you're creative. All right. Awesome. I love that. Okay. So let's draw a card. After we should have, no shoulding. I planned to start it with, but I got so excited talking about it. Okay. Who wants to say
Well,
stop?
now we're gonna get the rainbow card, so that because we all shared
Well,
our.
that's next week, but maybe we'll get it ahead of time.
Sorry to go ahead.
That's okay. Somebody say stop. Anyone?
Stop.
Okay. Top or middle?
Middle.
All right, here we go.
Where does it go?
We haven't had a violet card in a while.
Oh, I'm strong.
It says, I am strong. I embrace the greatness within me. So maybe write that down somewhere on your notes today. This is our message for today. A lot of the times when you get into my work, there's always going to be, pretty much always, a journaling prompt that you can choose to do. And the way I love to have people start is draw a card. So today the affirmation prompt would be, I am strong. I embrace the greatness within me. And I'll post this in our group. There's a lot of new things that are going to be coming. It's going to be super exciting. So just watch my Facebook and Instagram for that.
I love that it has within.
It
Yeah.
does, doesn't it?
That's so funny. They
Should
don't
I tell
usually
them
do.
what?
They don't always do, right?
They
I
don't.
know,
No,
no.
they do not all have within. So Raditya gave me this from Bali, this little pouch here. And I'm just going to share really quick because we're talking about cards. So there was a private release of a new deck that, because you're in my private group, you get to see a little tiny snippet. But I have redone the deck a tiny smidge bit, done some editing, and along the way, you know, I'm always doing color collages in one color, which, by the way, we're going to do today in one color. And I also added 3 new rainbow affirmations. Yes, I did.
Yay.
Oh, right here. First view. So if anybody's watching this on YouTube, this is the first peek at it. So I'll show you the new. This is how things research and development. And what I did was, if you have the deck, most of you have the deck. Charlotte or Sky, you have it on digital. And also, my husband is working on, he just sent me the link to a new digital deck with my new cards, which are these, and a whole bunch of really cool prompts. So lots of cool stuff is happening. So there's some different artwork that I created maybe last year, and they're a little bit brighter. But let's just look at the rainbow ones right now. So that's not going to be released. If you want that, it's going to be a little extra, but I can get you one. All right. So we also have, so the new I Am Whole has a new rainbow artwork that I did, same as what is in the original, just new artwork. And then the second one is I Am Well. It says I am grounded, balanced, and sure of myself. Okay. The other one is I am grateful. Each new day promises a fresh start, and I welcome the possibility it holds. Here's this one. And then the other one, the last one, is I am content. I fully embrace who I am and feel at ease in the life I am living. So I really am excited about this evolution. I feel like it's right where it's meant to be right now, and definitely full circle. And the new book, The Color Within, that has come out, will also talk a little bit about spirituality. It will have colors related to Bible verses, but it will also talk about a lot of other faiths and beliefs and their mantras, whether it's Buddhist or a Jewish. There are a lot of really interesting beliefs and connections to color, which is where I have a passion, is how do we connect what's important in our life to the color to create a richer life? So that's that. I won't continue on that, but that's a little insight. Okay. Hey.
Well, congratulations. They look beautiful. Very exciting.
I know, right? I'm excited. And they're a little glossy this time.
I saw they had a little shine to them.
And the tagline says, sparking connections through color.
Ooh.
How cool is that? All right. So the second page is a quick review of what we're doing. This is kind of the new format. And when this gets fully released, you'll notice that if you look at it. So it's express yourself, embodying your color, word, and affirmation. It's just a really quick review. So what was the color you chose in session 1 or whenever you started in here? Mine was yellow. My word of the year was inspire. And I had a second word, spaciousness. Does everybody let's go around and everybody say your color and the affirmation word that you chose.
Mine was green and it was healthy.
Okay. Well, here's Raditya. You had pink.
I had, well, pink, splendiferous, and I just added free because I feel like splendiferous is actually a representation of feeling free because how you hold yourself.
Good. Yes. How about you, Becky? You had gold and yellow. Your color and then your word or affirmation.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, gold and yellow. Rooted is the word, and I am rooted in my body, guided by faith, led with golden clarity.
Yes. I think mine was I'm inspiring like sunshine was the basic affirmation. Was the affirmation. And then we already talked about how it's been showing up in my life. Is there any more insight in how it's been showing up from anyone? You can write that down there, a couple words.
Our word, how it's showing up. Well,
Yes.
I have been doing therapy, and that's making me healthier. And I have been going to the gym for my mental health, but it helps my physical health too. I did a blood panel thingy, which I had never done before for my nutritionist because I got a nutritionist to help me. And I'm super freaking healthy right now. Like it's really cool, like how in the last 6 months, like my body has really shifted, like and more and more. And my symbol for that is dandelion.
Oh.
And they're known to be greenish, well, yellow and white too, but and how that actual root medicine has been known to cure cancer and all kinds of cool stuff. So they're wild, they're untamable, they're beautiful, and I love them. So that's yeah.
That's really cool because I think those are all great images. I love all of that. And I love that it's natural. I think what you're talking about is so important to all the work that the rest of us are doing in this group too. It's why we're here. We want to be healthy, have good well-being, and know where we are rooted. What is our focus in our lives? And that does bring healing. Like Becky was saying, she was just doing a new 21-day challenge, and I was journaling this morning, and I was like, I've been eating too much sugar and too many carbs. And so I was like, when you said that, I'm like, oh, because but it does matter what you put in your cup. You feel better, right? How many say
yeah? And if you ask your inner child what they actually want to eat, a lot of times it's not cookies and bad stuff. They want like fruit and vegetables and cheese.
A lot of cheese.
Cheese.
Well, I didn't grow up in Wisconsin, but it was right next door. So.
I like cheese, so
Gotta have cheese. That's one thing I couldn't give up when I was doing like some of these different challenges, whether it was keto or what. Well, keto they use a lot of cheese, but the other one it was like you're supposed to have no cheese, and I was like, that's not happening. So. But it matters what you put in your cup, what you put in your vessel, your body, in your life. Like the words. And another thing I know that Sky does, because we're connected now on Facebook, is every day she posts something so positive, what she's grateful for. And that's exactly what this affirmation deck is about as well. And that's why I am grateful as a new rainbow affirmation. Gratefulness and focusing on positive words. It's not about like toxic positivity, because we can all have a bad day, but it's choosing to look at the positives, even on the hard days, right?
Yeah. I dated a guy in high school whose dad had a chemical burn happen in his eyes, and his eyelids wouldn't close anymore. So he had to sleep with his eyes open, and his eyes hurt all the time. So if I'm having a super, super really bad day, I'm like, my eyelids work.
There you go. Yeah, that's horrible.
I know it's horrible, but it makes me feel better. Like if things are just going really, really bad, that's what I focus the most on is my eyelids work.
Well, there are a lot of
So
people who are struggling through a lot of things. You know, my husband
yeah,
went through a cancer journey. He had colon cancer 2 years ago. And, you know, he talked about dandelions, you know, curing cancer. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of people going through horrible, horrible things. And he's involved in that community now because of what we went through. And there's a lot to be thankful for if you're healthy. And even if you are sick, complete well-being does not mean the absence of disease. We can still be
yeah.
grateful and find happiness somewhere. And those
I
are,
feel like
yeah,
gratitude is like air. You need it really bad.
I
And
like that.
like I don't, yeah, so it's like one of my most important things in my whole life.
Well, that's beautiful. The last question on this page, and we don't have to share it necessarily, but you can if you have a comment, is where do you feel ready to express this? I hear where Sky's doing it actively. So what are you actively doing to bring this affirmation out into your life?
I feel like I'm doing it in every part of my life, like as much as possible. I'm making sure I'm not around toxic people, and if I am, I communicate that whatever's going on feels toxic.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm trying to surround myself with healthier people. I'm trying to spend time every morning on the porch looking at the hummingbirds. When I see them, I get so excited. It's not every day
Yeah.
because we don't have that many here. But looking at the birds and the plants and the bees and the flowers and the clovers and trying to eat healthier, trying to be kinder to myself. Um, just like I said, filling that kindness cup up and that healthy cup up any way I can with as much good stuff as possible. So,
Love it.
yeah.
Yes.
And asking for help from experts and people who know things about things I don't, like nutrition. I don't really know a lot. So,
Yeah. It's good to ask questions. Curiosity is a key. That's something in the new book. It's there's the 8 C's of an authentic self, and one of them is curiosity. And that's a psychological theory that was, I don't remember what year it was founded, but it's that'll be in the book. And that's a very, very important part of living a healthy life. Yeah. Anyone else?
one thing, when you do your book, will you please do an audio book because I really struggle with reading.
Okay.
Like, and so if there's an audio book, I'm 99.9% more likely to get it.
I get
So
that.
thank you.
Yeah, good. Thank you. Good input. Anyone else? We can move on to the next page. There's more questions, and we don't necessarily need to do them. Keep an eye on our time. We're doing okay. I just want to get into our creative challenge. We'll just go over the application. Is expression is not about being impressive. It's about being honest, which I feel like we're all doing here. We just talked about, again, what are you ready to express? What might that look like? And how can I see a typo. How can I integrate this into my day-to-day life? So if you're not already doing, which some of you are, how can you? So that I'll just give you, let's just take a minute or so and just reflect a second on these. Maybe there's something new that comes up. Got my timer set, 2 minutes.
Hey, Lisa, I don't have a copy of it because I haven't been to work since you changed it.
Okay. Okay, the first question is, I think that might be the same on this page. I am ready to express. And the next one says, this might look like. And the last question is, how can I integrate this in my day-to-day life? All right. One of the things that was coming up for me over the last couple things, and this morning it came up again, is in the last few days, is Raditya was saying too, is like she's adding the word free or freedom. I'm going to be adding focus, because over the last few months, things evolve. Things evolve just like in your life. And so while I still am going to be inspiring, that's my, life goal, whatever. Right now, what will serve me more is to embrace being more focused. And part of that exploration, so for focus, the color is going to be blue. And then the shades of blue bring different aspects of that. So for example, with blue, light blue is more about being more open and receiving, and darker blue is more serious and focused with intention and grounded. And so as I move into the next few months, which we talked about a lot in the first part of this program, is how can that color serve you? And it's okay if it changes, right? Like there's a green card that says it's okay to be changing. It's okay to constantly be evolving. And so maybe this is a time for a shift as we're moving into the end of this, is where are you shifting? So we're going to get to the fun part now that I added yesterday. I think, yeah, Raditya laughed. This is my creativity never stops, right? Like I can't help myself. But I want it to be fun when we're here. So we are going to do a color challenge, and Raditya has done this over the years. I love doing this challenge. It's a one color monochrome challenge. So I'm going to set my timer again. We're using the timer a lot today because I want to stay on track. But let me explain it before I do that. Okay. So I cheated a little because I saw it on my floor in my office. Because I had a little piece of cardboard. So there's going to be a few things you're going to do. You're going to look for, it can be a piece of paper, a random scrap of cardboard, a box you can cut down into just a flat piece. That's going to be where you're going to create your art. So the other things you're going to look for is first of all, we're going to pick a color. So you can pick the color that you chose that we've been talking about. It could be your life path color. It could be violet, the color we chose from the affirmation today, or another color. I'm going to use blue because that's kind of a new direction I'm going. My life path is indigo. I chose yellow for this group and to focus me along this way. We've got pink, we've got gold, we have green. Is that the color you want to do today? You can choose any color for this challenge. So let's all pick a color. Mine's going to be blue. Anyone else?
I'm doing green again.
Green, good. Who else? What are you going to do?
Okay, so we're picking, and we're only using this one color. We pick one color to use for the whole.
Yep, and you can use any shade of it. We'll get into it. Okay, but so
I'm like looking at my markers, like which ones can hold up for a whole.
Well, okay. What color would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna do blue.
Okay, now let me get into it. So I'm gonna give you 5 minutes, and what I want you to do, you can do this with friends, kids, whatever partner, whatever. So you're gonna go around the house and you're gonna find anything you can use, starting with the paper. Make sure you grab paper, scissors, glue, could be yarn, could be tissue paper, anything in that color family. Like I've got a few here. So I saw somebody hold up a crayons, paint. I've got some stencils sitting here. So anything you can use to create with in that color. Okay, I'm gonna set the timer. I'll set it for 5 minutes. Go. Don't forget scissors.
Ready, set,
go. Get back here.
Stop it. How much time is left?
Like 3 minutes.
Oh, okay. All right then. I'll find more.
We need water. Might need water and paintbrushes.
Yeah, they're already here.
Okay, are we still collecting?
Yeah, we are.
I
I
disappeared
came
and I was
back.
like,
I was like, how much time is left? She's 3 minutes. I'm like, okay. I go.
Almost
Okay.
oh, it's gonna buzz. There it is. All right,
Not collecting anymore, Becky.
time's up.
She was here.
Time is up. Come back. All right, so I think the first thing I would recommend to do is take whatever your main color is,
Mhm.
color, and paint that on your surface, the paper, cardboard, whatever you chose. Start with that, and then we'll set it aside and let it dry, and start to pick out what we're gonna glue or draw on top of it. If you're doing markers, whatever, you can keep going, right?
So we're just kind of doing the coloring the background, our
I
color.
would, yeah, I would just cover it with whatever your color is, and then on top of it, you can start putting the other things that, what did we find? Show me what you found a little bit. Maybe after you get your color down. Let's get our color on there. And then
I'm doing all crayons.
You what?
Doing all crayons, and then I brought markers.
Great.
So I'm keeping it a little boring today.
Nah, it's okay.
You only have 5 minutes.
Yeah. If you were doing it on your own, not in this group, I would do like 15 minutes to go find everything. Oh yeah, there you go. I saw a reel on Instagram, and I think I shared it with Raditya, and then Amy Lamb was going to be here today. She shared the same reel with me, the lady that had the hat, and it has color crayons hanging off the brim of the hat, and then she would just use the colors, and she had this massive like piece
The
of
lady in green.
what?
Is it the lady in green?
I don't know. She had like, I think the hat was like pink, but she had color crayons that were attached to the brim of the hat, And then she would just color on this big wall and keep adding color. It was really cool. I'll have to share it with you, Sky.
Yeah, I would love to see
Boring.
that.
It was cool. Have you seen that one?
No.
It was cool. I was like, I want a wall like that. You just keep adding the color crayon on top. Ooh, there's a lizard. We don't have squirrels.
Maybe I could.
It's a lizard.
It'd be cool to do a quilt like that, like put a big backing up on a design wall and just keep adding fabric to it randomly.
Yeah,
Funny.
you could do that. That would be cool. Be kind of like a crazy quilt.
And it would be fun if you could do it with multiple people, because then it would get really, really crazy. Like if you were at a retreat or something.
Yeah. You can do the same thing with colors, right? Like have a piece of paper where people add to it. I think that is fun. I know when I was younger, my mom was involved in a quilting group, and we'd all, you make your own square and then they push together.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
All right. How's your background looking?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
You can't really see good, but it's all green.
Yeah. Yeah, just
Can we
continue.
let it dry?
What's that? Yeah, if you're using paint, I guess, just keep going, or if you want to let it dry, then think about what are you going to put on top of it. Are you going to do a shape? Is there a symbol or something that works for what you're thinking of? One of the question you want to be thinking about, and what we've been talking about, is what does this color express about yourself? And what is this piece going to represent for you? And it may change by the time you finish, but at least, right? Like we know that happens. But what's your intention going in? What are you wanting to symbolize for you? Why did you choose the color? Anybody? I know now we're arting now. We're in our zone.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why I chose the color. I think what I want to achieve, or rather focus on, is just whatever we already shared and talked about, to integrate it into it. That's kind of like my goal.
And you know what? It's totally okay if you just want to do something for fun. Like choose a color and just have fun with it. That is a good idea.
Yeah. Green makes me think of the heart chakra, and I'm really trying to lead from my heart chakra as much as possible in every way, myself to others.
Yeah. How about you, Becky? What's going on over there?
Well, I picked blue.
Good idea with the glove. Stay clean.
I couldn't find a paintbrush fast enough, so I was like, oh, good thing I found a blue glove to bring in with me, because then I finger painted.
I'm not going to ask
cardboard,
but it works.
I found cardboard, ripped it off of a box.
There you go. Let's do it.
Got messy with some paint, and it's just drying now.
Okay.
And my word focus is capable. So actually, it's my life path color. So I say that I'm capable and confident. I use these every single day. So I went and found all blue shades.
Cool. And one thing when I do my color workshop, which is kind of what we're doing right now, a simplified version of it, feel free to add white, black, or gold, metallic, or silver to add some interest if you feel like it. This is your deal. The idea is any shade of the color, and just have fun with it. Can you bring me? No.
Hi, Dean.
My husband walked in and said, "Am I talking to myself?" No, I'm not. That never had happened.
Are you talking to yourself?
No, I'm not. There's three.
Not today.
Okay.
Not now.
Not
Usually, yes.
Hey, can you bring me paper towels?
Now you're here.
That's the artful way, I think.
I was like, you know what? If your room is too clean, like I was cleaning up for the session today, which you really can't see much of it, but like if it's not too messy, what are you really actually doing? I mean, seriously.
Try harder.
You need to try harder.
Get in there. Get messy.
Make it messy.
What
Life
are
is
you
messy.
doing? Are you really living?
Dean was like, yeah.
I'm just gonna mind my own business.
He's not.
Good idea. Good idea.
Also good
Don't get in
plan.
trouble with us.
Yeah. Just go back to work.
And another reason I wanted to choose purple one, because that was our color thing,
Mhm.
the deck that we picked today. And then also it works with my color of the year, the pink.
Uh-huh.
So anyway.
Mm.
You okay, Phil? My cat's talking to me.
Yeah, my cats were too. They want to come in here. And I said, no,
I can't keep mine out of where I'm at.
I know. I put some cat TV on. It worked for a while. Like if you just lean into like whatever you found, like if you can add it and just play a little, that's a good thing. Yep, because unexpected results can be the best results. Let's go. So I don't know why I had this, but I had like a can top from something. So
Oh.
tracing that on there. I don't know what that's gonna do. Well, can you see it?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Where it's lighter, right? Oh yeah, no, I see.
See the black lines there?
Yeah.
But maybe that's a flower stencil. You gotta always have flowers, right? I do. Maybe white or light. Making a mess now. Now we're getting into it. Not blur. Not blur.
I feel like I'm cheating because I'm looking at my tattoo to help me draw.
Whatever works. Okay. Way out here. Let's see. This is contrasting. I'll do that.
Oh,
What happened?
I like it.
Oh, oh, it's so sweet. What did you make?
Let me see. Like that.
Oh yeah, I like the bright. I like it. It's kind of a purpley background. Like it. Becky must be on the floor creating or something. He's really into it.
She's making a masterpiece.
Mhm. I'm mostly making a mess. That's the normal.
Well, I guess
Experiment.
the
Huh?
best results come from the biggest messes, no?
I don't know.
No.
Okay. And how do we know when we're done? Well,
Mm.
kind of there's a natural stopping point, and it's probably the time to stop. So just kind of I'll keep going for a few minutes.
Are you okay? Sorry, I'm talking to the cat again.
What's that?
I'm just talking to the cat again. I apologize.
Oh, that's okay. You know that was for us.
Are we adding the things on there yet, or are we still doing our
Go
background?
ahead. Go ahead and add if you're ready. Go for it. Let's keep
Oh, my
going.
background's not ready. It's drying outside, but
I'm like, Becky's really into it. She's on the floor.
no, I left to go wash my hands because I was like, okay,
Okay.
step one.
Yeah. What kind of objects did we find? I think we're all in a place we could share that. What did we find? What did we find to put on our collages or in there from when we did our 5 minutes?
Let's see.
I did pretty boring. I'm crayons and marker, and that's about it.
That's okay.
I had a lot of other stuff I could have got, but I didn't want to.
That's okay. Sometimes it's nice to just relax.
So I went down to raid my daughter's workshop space that has all the creative homeschool and stuff in there. Found some blue molding clay,
Oh.
blue crayon, some blue tape ripped off somewhere,
There we go.
blue Post-its. I found a thank you card that had blue on it. It was already ripped off.
There we go.
She painted these name tags, like a glittery blue and like ombre
All
a long
right.
time ago, and they were just sitting down there not being used. So I just found like little paper clip and a rubber band. I'm like, I don't know what we're doing yet, but anything that was blue, my eyes were like blue. And then the last minute, I went in my drawer and I knew that I had these their values cards from a friend of mine that made these for her business. About what matters. And I just like picked one from the middle to put on the board, and it says safety. And it says, I value being free from danger or risk.
Oh.
So that's going to get put on there.
All right. Well, cool. That's fun. Ugh, I'm getting paint on me.
So I thought that actually kind of worked out pretty well because my word that I picked was capable. And I was like, okay, safety and being capable of doing things without danger and risk and like, you know, not overthinking those things seems to be pretty good in alignment.
Yeah, love it. Starting to get messy.
Oh, and I found blue glitter.
Now you're set. Now it's all there.
I got it all.
Glitter. Can't live without glitter. All right. I made a flower.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I don't have any stencils. I need those.
I had a piece of gold paper sitting here, so maybe we'll do something with that. I've got some collage papers, random. I don't know, the blue one. I was working on something else. It has some pink on it.
I would take it if I was in your space.
I know, here you go. I got one right there. Here, okay.
Take a screenshot, print it off.
I could do that. People, you know, there are artists that do that, and I've thought, well, I kind of do it in my cards, right? Like I put that in there, but like I have some cool like papers you could use for collage, and they offer it as printables. You just scan them in, and here you go. It's kind of fun. I also have, like, this is inside of a check envelope, so it's security. Security envelope, for security. Could be kind of cool.
Love it. I found
very subtle connection.
I found a brochure that was like blue, and I just grabbed this out of there. Build your own look. I'm like, okay, I guess that's going on there.
There you go.
Oopsies.
The more time you give yourself in these kind of exercises, like without any preconceived idea of what the outcome is going to be, I think the more interesting it gets, you know, because you can kind of let the flow forward like that.
It's open to interpretation, you know?
Yeah, like I'm just tearing this paper, like I heard some tearing over there. Or maybe I'm thinking I'm gonna make like maybe some ground, because blue, I was talking about big grounding, right? You're talking about grounding, so maybe making a ground in there with the security envelope. Why not? All right, and then we'll see what goes over that. I got some crayon. I got a blue crayon here too. Yeah, make
How
whatever
much
marks.
time do we have?
Let's see. That's what I'm trying to decide. I'm gonna go for a few more minutes at least. Some of this you can actually do on your own as well after. Got reflection and integration. We're good. We'll go another five-ish minutes. How about that? Maybe 7.
I love it. Best number out there.
There you go.
Between 1 and 10.
That's what I'm doing. I'm going right there. I'm going to set the timer so I don't. Because I could lose track of time now. I'm getting in that zone.
You're on focus.
Well, more. It's probably more flow.
Mm.
Oh, there was a lot of blue on that.
Yeah, but the timer keeps you on the focus.
That's true.
a
I am
good
in
tool.
flow, and the timer keeps me focused.
Mhm.
Or it will when it goes off. That's really. I'm excited to see how everybody's self-portrait turns out next time. Are you ready for that?
Yes.
All right.
One creative flow at a time for me. I can't think that far in advance.
No, that's okay. Focus. I'm focusing. That's why
I better not make myself blue. I'll run out of ideas if I do blue again.
don't do that. Okay, during this challenge, maybe just don't try to think too much. Just put it on there. Don't try to like make it be something as I'm making it something. But you have a lot of random items. Just go for it and glue them on there. And then decide afterwards what they make. How about that?
All right.
All right. Did everybody get an email that's in the art exchange about who you're going to send to?
Yes.
Okay, Sky's there somewhere.
Yeah, I already have it ready.
Oh, cool.
Same. Just gotta go to the mailbox.
I just got to mail it. I have to go to the post office,
Cool.
which I may do today or tomorrow. I'm not sure. Sorry, I'm eating a lot because this is like my prime lunchtime.
That's
Like
okay.
I go to work at 2.
Okay. No, it's all good.
I work second shift, so my
Mm,
schedule's a little weird.
At least it's not third shift.
Oh, I can't do it. I cannot. I've tried.
I think that would be horrible.
It makes me a zombie.
Yeah.
I love second shift. 2 in the afternoon till midnight is my prime awake time.
Me too. I have worked graveyard shift when I cooked. But I was much younger then. I don't think I could.
Yeah,
I don't know that I could do it now.
I can't do it now for sure.
So what do you do for your job?
I clean drinking water in the town that I live in.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. Super sciencey.
Yeah. Uses that left side of the brain.
That's why I like art so much and fabric and sewing because it's my favorite.
Kind of a more of
Use
a
it.
piece.
Yeah, it makes me not have to use the mathy side of my brain, and I don't when I do art. So
Yeah.
even though I know some quilters measure a lot, I don't measure at all.
Yeah. Well, I tried crocheting something with a pattern recently. It did
Oh
not-
God, I can't do that. I can't do a pattern. I can crochet something, I just can't follow a pattern.
Same, I gave up because it was supposed to be a blanket and it looked more like a skirt. So I made something else.
Yeah, I like
I
it.
sewed something on the sewing machine because I was like, I'll learn this another time. I'm not pressured. I'm sure I can do it, but I tried so many times to restart and it wasn't working. So
Well, the thing is, you definitely are capable of doing it, but do you want to? Like, I don't want to.
I don't want to really say that, but
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
yeah, I wanted to do it for my daughter. I wanted to crochet this, but it's like just because I'm going to be a grandmother doesn't mean I actually know how to crochet anything, which I now have proven that. I could crochet something if I didn't have to follow a pattern, right? But
Yeah, exactly.
I made her some super cute pillows instead. So everybody's happy.
Yay.
It turned out super cute. I took these, I found thrifted these brand new men's shorts. They were like 5X. They were these huge denim shorts. And we called them, she got both cheeks. So one cheek was for baby and one cheek was for mom. So they're pillows with the pocket of the jeans. And then I stitched baby bear on one with a little teddy bear applique. And then on hers, she got a bigger pillow with a bigger part of the cheek. And it said mama bear. And then they're not going to watch this. So third pillow I'm going to make later when I get back from my trip. And I'll find another pair of jeans and make a papa bear pillow for her husband.
Oh, that's awesome.
Her husband's birthday is in July. So that'll work out perfectly. So
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I was happy with that. That was fine. She's probably going to be glad I don't live too close by because this weekend I went and was getting some things for another project I was making. And Michael's had these super cute teddy bear napkins and plates. We'll have fun when I'm up there. Couldn't be there for the baby shower, so I figure I could do something wrong. How's it coming along? Got a couple minutes yet.
Good.
Yeah?
Happy. Yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to see what else I can find blue right here. I'm going to show you something about random. So I have this canvas I was using for a palette when I was painting. And so then I decided I'm just going to start randomly collaging over it. So I'm not done yet, but I've started collaging over it.
Yeah, that looks really cool.
Kind of fun, right? So this is what freedom looks like right here. So you just keep adding. You can paint, you can collage. So I'm just adding a lot of things on top. And that's what you can do with this if you want.
There's the alarm.
Yarn. Oh, here. Oh, another blue. All right, let's blue in here. Tissue. Tissue paper. Okay. There's a piece of something I was doing. Use the brown. All right. Oh, Becky's up to over there. Let's see. Stick it on there. Stick it on there. I really like using tissue paper, and I kind of like to call it painting with tissue paper. If you take bigger pieces and overlap them, they're going to create new colors, and it's kind of interesting to see that happen. They can create, well, the thing I was showing you, you can see how it interacts with the other colors. It's kind of fun, I think. How's it going over there, Becky? Hi.
Oh, thank you.
Big thank you. I got some glitter on there. I got my picture. I got all the different like blank blue colors. So.
All right. Well, we can keep working, and I think I'll just read the questions, and you guys can just talk while you're still gluing or coloring if you want. So the next part of this process is to do a little reflection. How does it feel to express yourself using these materials? How does it feel? Do you like it? Are you having fun? Or are you frustrated? Anything else?
I like it because I kept mine really simple and I didn't put pressure on myself to be like, I have all kinds of shit I could have used in my house and I was like, nope.
So you knew yourself, and so you did something that would be more relaxing. That's good.
Yeah, and I feel like also I can take this cool idea and like eventually turn it into some fabric art. So this would be like a little just pattern idea for me. So that I like too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Anything you can do can be used somewhere else. You know, you could even have that color crayon artwork printed on fabric and then make something out of that. How cool would that be?
Oh yeah. I do spoon flower a lot.
Do you?
Yeah.
Cool. I haven't actually.
It's not it's not my
expensive.
favorite fabric, but it works really good for stuff if you're trying to like I've made a pattern before. Like in fact, can you see this lady right here? Can you see her? Wait, let me turn it around. Can you see her?
Oh, now I do. Yes.
Yeah.
So she's dancing in her kitchen with her red dress on. You see?
Yeah.
So I printed her on Spoonflower and she didn't look anything like that. And I kept her face is the Spoonflower fabric and I covered everything else up so I could have a good face. Like, and made it all different. Like she was a totally different lady with a different
Oh,
outfit on, like in a different kitchen or a different house. And like I made her into the dancing in the kitchen lady.
that's cool.
Lady.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Looks great.
Somebody's a little creative there. How is everybody else liking this? How does it feel to express this way?
I think it's really nice. Like I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
Cool. Good. Anyone else? Thoughts?
I love doing this. I could do this all day.
Right? It's play. Just if you can just embrace it as play and not trying to make it too whatever. Oops.
That's my struggle.
I wasn't
Trying to make it too whatever. I'm like, what am I
making?
making? Lisa, what am I making? I don't know what this is.
Well, you'll see when you finish.
Mm-hmm.
I was
As someone-
thinking of Sky's gratefulness when I saw you. Your thank
We'll all
you.
connect.
Oh, mine, yeah.
Are we learning anything about ourselves? I heard Becky say,
Yeah, I mean, the way that I'm feeling about it aligns with a lot of what I already do, which is like I'm so purposeful and intentional in my life. It's like, but not everything has to already have a planned purpose, right? Like, so recognizing that, like, I'm very purposeful in my life, my business, my family, all the things. So, like, doing this kind of play without planning ahead of time is good for me, in the fact that everything else in my life is structured.
yeah. Well, and you did a very good job on your vision board, and you were very intentional, and it was very neat. But sometimes, yes, I think it's good to recognize that about yourself, and you know what? Allow it, because this is just a fun thing. It doesn't have to be in any category. You can throw it away when you're done if you want. I'm okay with that. But it's just it's some time for you to let it loose, let loose a little. I'm guessing you talk about that in your program.
Yeah.
Right. Like why is it important to release things and let loose or allow that play flow to happen? Why is that? What do you guys think? I won't answer for you. Why is it so important?
Important for me to interact with other people because I am very, very isolated. I live by myself with cats and I work by myself every day of the week except for one. So like I am alone most of the time, which is really awesome. But it's good for me to interact with other people and get some just people time in some way, especially people like you who are creative and cool and awesome. So
Well, thank you. You're cool and awesome too. I mean, that creativity, well, Radicia knows, and Becky a little bit, when I used to do the Global Art Cafe, one of the things that I really love to do is talk to people who did things like you're doing with your fabric, and really get to dig in and let you show that. And that might be something I start doing again. We'll see. Because I just love people being able to come on and share their gifts, because doing that with fabric, that's a gift. That's pretty cool. So I'm glad you're here, and you could create a place. You know, my latest developed tagline, making space within, but making space for more creativity. That was my goal when I started this group, that I'm creating space for myself, but creating space for other people to come and hopefully enjoy this process. So that's cool. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. Raditya knows I could do this all day long too. Like, let's just do this. Let's just do this. This has value, right? Like this kind of group time to just play, there's value in that. Would you agree? And why is it valuable?
I think it gets you out of your head
Mm-hmm.
and gets you into your soul. Like, so I feel like a lot of times we got like lists of stuff we got to do, and like just, you know, you get kind of obsessed with certain things in your brain, whatever that is. And this helps like remove that and get you back in your body and like hands on, and like it's nice. It's really nice to like not be in the world of stuff.
For a minute. Because guess what? Unfortunately, I hate to even bring this up, but like the dishes and the laundry still going to be there. The podcasts, the social media posts, whatever else it is that we're doing, guess what, folks? They're there. This is important because I feel like it's a way to renew our, like at the soul level, some energy. Give that brain a break. We got enough to do list.
I mean, also this, if we not only see it as a break and like separate yourself away from the other things, to also be more prepared for the unexpected, you know, like I feel like it helps with uncertainty, and it's okay to just have no plan. And then when you can do it in a playful way, when it happens in real life where maybe there is more of a consequence when things don't work out, to know that it's going to be okay either way. Because if I can do this in playful way, when it comes to serious things, there is still, you can't control that either. And so to bring playfulness into the serious places.
Yeah. It's kind of like the stream of conscious journaling that I highly encourage. What happens a lot, and that's what's happening. It's the same thing in creating art like this, where you're not putting something preconceived down on the paper. You're problem solving without even knowing it. Just what Raditya is saying. And so by allowing yourself that space to eat, whether it's writing, whether it's creating a quilt, or putting, you know, just doing something like this that you don't normally do, your brain is like processing. It allows your brain to reconnect in places it doesn't normally connect. It's been proven, like the neuroscience is there. So it's pretty darn cool to see. And that's when the healing can happen. And it's kind of fun process, you know, like you're not like, it's not like you're in a therapy session and trying to figure it out. Your brain knows. I believe that our soul knows, our brain knows what it needs. And by doing things like this, create space for it to get back to that place where it wants to be. So, okay. Anything surprise you during this art time? We're getting really close to the end. We got like 3-4 minutes. Anything surprise you?
I'm surprised about how relaxed and happy I feel.
Oh, well, I like that.
Because I already felt happy and relaxed before, but now it's like on a whole nother level.
Oh. And hopefully a good level. So there's nothing like getting your hands.
It's on a great level. Yeah.
Good. There's nothing like being happy and messy. How's your coloring look? You want to show us your coloring, and anybody else there? I don't know if you can hold it up.
Yeah, mine's just like a coffee cup with a dandelion growing out of it. And then I just put
Nice.
all the words that I like
Cool.
that go with it.
Yeah, you
So
brought
the
it
cup
all
says
together.
heart chakra, and then says wild, unstoppable, free, authentic, wishes fulfilled, natural beauty, deeply rooted, nurtured, watered, loved, healthy, real, medicine, kind, healing, loved, balanced. So,
Beautiful.
and I put all the stages of the dandelion on there because we are always constantly changing. And like to me, it feels like I'm in a kind of a nice loop.
Uh-huh.
Like sometimes I'm the yellow flower, sometimes I'm the white flower, sometimes I'm floating through the air, sometimes I'm the seed in the dirt. So,
And don't they, there's always that one where you blow it and
oh yeah,
you make the
the
wish.
wish. Yeah.
Okay, so the green card that I keep thinking about when you're talking is the I am growing card from my deck.
Oh,
It says
yeah.
I'm constantly recreating myself, and that's okay. And
Mm-hmm.
that's perfect.
Definitely.
Anybody else want to share before I guess we're going to have to sign off now that we're into the art time. Oh,
Beautiful.
talk to me about this. Just having fun?
Well,
Yeah.
well, I'm having fun, but I wanted to just explore different expressions, and like I found this old flower that's already dead, and I wanted to relive it. And I have a pile of pre-cut things from another project I did,
Uh-huh.
collage thing, and I found this golden ribbon, and I found this golden thing was just somewhere lying there. I'm like, all right, I'll take this. So it was kind of like a reoccurring thing about purple, gold, and the colors. I mean, there wasn't much of that thought process going in by just having fun, really. But in the end, I'm sure if I have it like my collage that I have to sit there, I will think of something. So I'll let
Yeah. How about you, Becky? Closing thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I love that I get to do this in this group with you because yeah, this is not something that I would take the time to sit and do. I love vision boarding. I've done that multiple times. I do that, you know, on my own at least once a year, that kind of thing. But freedom is what comes to mind when I get to do this stuff. You know, it's just like the freedom to just create. And you know, because it's on my calendar, I've already planned ahead of time to know this is where I'm not thinking about my to-do list. This is where I'm not you know, thinking about the other things that I'm going to do after, but it's where I know I can be present and just be okay with whatever flows out. But I'll just share this. This is what I got. I added some of my words on some of these like random pieces of tape and stuff. I found a blue paper clip I added just to clip on here, piece of tape over here, just like random stuff. Added little hearts all over since my focus was on to be rooted in love. And then I wrote on here, I choose to control what I can in my life and let go of the rest with love, which is actually what I say for the I am capable affirmation every day.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah.
Awesome. I love it. So we did everything in there. There's a couple questions you can think about as we close out. The integration, bringing this into your everyday life, which Becky just nicely segued us into, is where in my life am I being invited to be more visible? And what is one way I will continue to express this thought, you know, over the next month until we meet, or, you know, just in life in general? What's one way you could do that day to day? I think we're all kind of living what we've been talking about. Sky's doing the healthy.
Yeah. I like to do extreme health, like extreme self-care. Like I like to call it extreme, like you're snowboarding or something off of a mountain, but it's just self-care.
Yeah. Any other thoughts from people? And then I respect our time, and we'll all have to head out here and go back to real life.
just live out freedom
With free.
aspect of life.
And as always, I wish everybody that find that place of peace within. And remember to come back and play. Play a little bit more this next month. And when we come back in June, it's on the 23rd, which is my sister's birthday. We're going to do another art activity, and I don't want you to overthink it. I'm almost hesitant to share it too early. I want you to do it in the moment, which is actually probably a good thing I didn't release this too much before the session, because that's where the magic happens, right? Like if you can go into this kind of situation and just give do this another time, maybe another color, give yourself, set your timer for 15 minutes, go and find everything in that color and do it again and see what happens, see what comes up for you. But give yourself, do the 15 minutes and then maybe 30 minutes to an hour. Maybe you give yourself the grace to take an hour to play. Maybe Becky, you do it with your daughter, have a fun time and just enjoy it, and see what comes out of that time together. Maybe you draw a card from the deck. This is an idea, and use the color that comes up on that card and then do that as your color challenge. And when you're done with these, I would love it if you want to email it to me with some comments or post it in the Facebook group. I'd love to see the final piece once it's dry, and any thoughts you'd love to share. So that's it for session 5. Wish you all peace and creativity and playtime. Thank you for all coming today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lisa. Thanks for sharing,
Thank you.
ladies. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.